you were in that elevator yesterday, right?
Yeah.
First off, are you surprised that Dollaway pulled out?
No, I'm, one part of me is kind of surprised, but no, because myself personally, I wouldn't go as far to say my back hurts, but my lower back has been tight after. Since it's happened, it's not a pain. It's more so like I've been telling everybody, the best way to explain it is if you jump off of something really high and you just land on a hard surface, that thud that you feel, and then your back kind of feels just tight, and it constantly feels like I gotta stretch it. So like even in warm-ups tonight, I was trying to stretch it more. Even now, I just feel like it just feels tight, like I gotta keep stretching it. There's no pain, there's no loss of mobility. So I can't speak for anybody. Everybody has to speak for himself. So maybe CB, he said his back got locked up. I can see that happening. So.
Did anyone, at the hotel say anything to you guys? Because this just sounds crazy that you guys
Hell
are
no.
coming out of this injured.
Dude, the hotel themselves, they didn't even address it at all. They didn't even say like, hey guys, hang around, please fill out this incident report. They're like, okay, whatever. The UFC, whatever you want to call them, I don't know who it was. Yeah, their staff, and they called us personally and was like, hey, you guys are in the elevator, please come back. We need you guys to fill out these statements, these witness statements, whatever, incident reports kind of.
Yeah.
And everybody that was in the elevator. So with my team was myself, Ray Sefo, and Eric Nixick. We were all in there. Yancy was in there, Maki, CB, Verdum, and Uriah. So imagine if we fell from higher than the second floor. We could have sustained major injuries, and this card might not even happen tonight.
Yeah, so how would you describe the impact? Was it like a jolt? Were you scared?
Nah, it wasn't scary. It was the scary thing, this is the scariest part about it. So we're all in there, we're all playing around. Majority of us loaded in the lobby. We move up to the second floor, and then Eric and Maki get in. And when they're getting in, Verdum, he's like a clown guy, like he likes to play around. And we all were, but he's like shoving Maki, like, no, too heavy. But as he's shoving Maki, he doesn't realize we're starting to drop. And Eric literally grabs Maki like, oh, and Maki's back is like here, like getting pushed out, because Verdum was just playing with him. And that's when the elevator started to drop. The doors were still open. We see like the concrete going. Wow. And I'm like, oh, we're dropping. And then it wasn't until we hit the bottom. And it wasn't real crazy, but we definitely felt it, like, boom.
So was Maki pulled in? He was pulled into the elevator?
Yeah, I'm not trying to make it sound all crazy. Something definitely could have happened. He could have maybe lost his life or a limb. It wasn't like real crazy, like he was standing in the doorway. But Verdum did push him. He was on his heels, and Eric pulled him back in as we were dropping. But that was a crazy thing. The doors didn't even close. And if you've been in elevators before, usually they'll buzz if you hit that weight limit. They'll go bzzz, and then means get off. It's too heavy. Nothing. We got in. In fact, we pressed the button to go up. We started going up. The doors didn't even close. It went ying, and then.
Have you taken the stairs since?
Nah, I took the elevator that
works. Did you feel your back? During the fight? Did you know?
Nah. At the time, like I said, it's more, and that's when I realized it. Once I sat down, once I was relaxing, then I was like, hey, what is this? My back feels tight. But like as I'm moving around and doing stuff, it wasn't an issue. It wasn't an issue in the fight.
When the elevator hit the bottom, did everybody kind of fall down, or was it for the most part everybody stay on their feet?
For the most part, everybody stayed on their feet. If you guys seen the videos, you've seen how packed we had it. It was like assholes to elbows, like fucking. It was tight. So even if we were to move, like just the pure mass of everybody in there probably would have held us all up. But yeah, we did one of those like I don't know if you got bumped or something while you're standing in like a bus or something. Everybody kind of did one of those. But yeah, it wasn't until, honestly, when it was happening, it was all fun and games. It was really funny to us. It started getting instantly hot and started fogging up. But afterwards, when we started like really thinking about what just happened, then like the serious side of it kicked in. Like, wow, imagine if it dropped from higher. Like, we're on the 7th floor. Imagine if it dropped 7 to basement, because it dropped all the way down to the basement. Like, we'd be messed up. dropping that far.
Do you think the hotel maybe might have, closed the lifts, the elevators, because there was an earlier incident?
Yeah, they should have.
The early weigh-ins on Friday morning.
All week the elevators have been acting up. I don't think anybody got trapped in there prior, the prior days, I mean. But it definitely had been acting up because pretty much for the whole week only one elevator was working, and they're having issues. And then I didn't know till afterwards, but one of the UFC staff was trapped in there for 45 minutes. Yeah.
And was it the same elevator that he was trapped in?
Yeah.
The one that was closest to the lobby desk?
Yes, same elevator. And so they so-called fixed it, and then we get in there, drop, boom. And since it's happened, the middle and the first elevator closest to the desk, they've been out of commission. But yeah, I mean, they needed to get that stuff fixed. I'm surprised they didn't catch a lawsuit, you know? So we'll see if that turns into the UFC Hotel of Cleveland.
Well, did you hear that?
Tavares Hotel.
Yeah, the Brad Tavares.
That one of the UFC cut men right before the show got stuck in a different hotel.
Oh yeah, I heard something like that down the road, huh?
Yeah, the firefighters had to come get him out.
Yeah, wow. The fire department showed up, but we were out already.
How long were you stuck in the basement?
I would say roughly 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. But it was crazy because as soon as we dropped down there, it instantly got hot. Like just all those big bodies in there. Like,
so what was the feeling? What was everybody saying while they were waiting?
Laughing, blaming each other. Yeah, Snapchatting. I was Snapchatting. Like I saved all the videos. I'll probably go post it on my Twitter. But yeah, if you guys got me on Snapchat, go look at it before the story, expires. But it's pretty funny actually. You got Verdum blaming Ray. You got me blaming Verdum.
Ray was probably the biggest guy in there, wasn't he?
Ray and Verdum probably. The funniest part to me is that like instantly as soon as we drop, freaking Babalu is like looking if he can climb out the top. I'm like, wow, like he didn't even give it a chance. As soon as we hit, he's like, can I get out here? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I don't think so.
I'm surprised nobody crushed Uriah Faber.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody knew he was in there, actually. Nah, but Uriah was hilarious. He was like, I started to feel prison-like in there. He was like, I most closely, and he said this, guys, he told us that he most closely resembles a girl in that elevator.
What about the smell after weigh-ins? Was it quite?
Nah, because it was the TV weigh-in, so it was fine. Everybody that was in that elevator, their hygiene was up to par. So it was just the fact that it started getting really hot. I was wearing pants and like a pullover just like this, a Reebok one, and instantly started sweating. And then you could see there's mirrors in there. They started fogging up. And like even if you look closely at the videos when Eric is prying open the gold doors, you can see the fog on the door. So yeah, it got hot in there fast. I was like, you can hear it in one of the videos too. I'm like, frick, weigh-ins is over. I'm supposed to be done sweating. Here we are sweating after weigh-ins. But yeah, crazy experience, man. First time that ever happened to me being trapped in an elevator, let alone dropping like that.
Hopefully the last.
Yeah, hopefully the last.